Hey, tune into this week's weekly video fishing forecast. We have reports and events from around the island, a preview of the last digital issue of the Fisherman magazine, and a recap of my trip with the Quantum guys down in Florida the past few days.
The ultimate fishing authority in the Northeast, the Fisherman magazine.
Just catching. New Explore Series fish finders keep you locked on fish with unbeatable clarity, best-in-class imaging options, and a stunning ultra-bright HD screen. There's more to explore, only with Humminbird.
Today's June 5th, 2025. We're in the month of June, and we are here at Bayshore Fish and Hunt in Bayshore. Great little shop over here right in Bayshore. They have everything you need for inshore and some offshore fishing stuff as well. They also have a food truck outside. You got to check them out. But let's get right into the digital issue preview of the Fisherman magazine. A lot of good content coming up. Let's get right into it. Starting off, we have a surf column for you. It's called Needle Types. If you are interested in fishing needle plugs, needle fish, that is. That's by Dave Anderson. Check that one out. Our intro column, it's called Glass Minnow Takeover. I wrote that one myself. You ever see these glass minnows in the bays? You're interested in how to catch fish around them, why they're so important to the bays. Take a look at that intro column this week. Then offshore, examining tuna troll speed. Very important when you're going after tuna is to have the right troll speed going on. And we also have a recipe for you, shad balls. Never heard of that one before, but they say it's delicious. So if you're interested in that, check that out as well. And if you haven't subscribed to the Fisherman magazine already, be sure to do so to have access to all this great content. Now let's get right into the events. This tournament started already, runs through June 30th. Surf Rats Ball Tournament. That's Bill Wetzel's tournament. There's already a couple fish on the board. It's a catch and release striped bass tournament. You can still get in on the action, put up a winning fish. Then tomorrow is the Manhattan Cup Catch and Release Striped Bass Tournament based out of New York City. All catch and release. And the contest benefits service veterans in Fisheries Conservation Trust. Then on June 21st is the Great Gun Mauritius Anglers Shark and Inshore Tournament. On the 22nd is the first annual Bay Rats and Buoys Striped Bass Invitational. Then on the 28th to the 29th is a Valley Stream Fishing Weekend. Free fishing if you're at the Arthur Hendrickson Park in Valley Stream. Then on June 29th is the All-Pro Fishing Duke of Fluke Tournament and Fair. For all the details on those events and all the other events, visit thefisherman.com/events. Jenie Ackerman has a new open boat piece this week. Let's check in with her with the preview.
Hey everyone. We're going trout fishing on the fly. Let's see how we do out here. We're on a field trip, so we're gonna have some fun.
As I mentioned before, down here at Bayshore Fish and Hunt, they have a great food truck. I looked at the menu before, it made me hungry myself. Coming down early in the morning to go out on the boat, be sure to grab breakfast here in the morning, or just lunch for that matter. They have great sandwiches, great burgers. Definitely worth the stop. But let's get right into the Coastal Kayak Clash and Dreamboat update for the Fisherman.
It was an up and down week in the CKC. After a strong start, Mother Nature fired up the fans and effectively blew out the rest of the week. Still, we had 3 new category leaders landed. Juggernaut David Dew took top honors with the Porgy category with a 16-incher. Alfred Green was back again this week with a category-leading 21-inch tog. And Eddie Roman came in hot with a 23.5-inch weakfish that now sits atop for that species. We had a pair of 19-inch sea bass entered by David Dew and Michael Radziszewski. Eddie Roman took over third in the Fluke category with a 21.5-incher, and Calvin Chen grabbed second place in flatfish with a 23.25-incher. 2 more third-place fish were landed as well. Veteran competitor Todd Treones logged a 37.75-inch striper, and Tom Sullivan nabbed third place in the scup category at 14 inches.
Hey kayakers, the Fisherman's Coastal Kayak Clash contest is back. Win this fully outfitted Hobie Mirage Lynx kayak from Yak Attack along with other great prizes. Catch and release as many of these species to be top on the leaderboard. To enter, you must be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine, fish from a kayak, and document your catch. Many chances to win great prizes, so get out there on the water now and fish hard. To be part of the action, you must be a subscriber and register at thefisherman.com. Here is your Dreamboat update. We have Fernando Lage, New England subscriber of Seymour, Connecticut, weighing in his 5.25-pound weakfish at D's Bait and Tackle, placing him third in the weakfish category. Adding to his entry of a weakfish is Thomas Luciano, Long Island subscriber from West Sayville, weighing in his 2.12-pound porgy at Chasing Tails Bait and Tackle, placing him in fifth. The leaderboard stands at Thomas Luciano with 14 points and Michael McGigan and Sean Brownyard sitting at 10 points each for second and third. Are you the best angler in the Northeast? Well, now is your chance to prove it. The Fisherman's Dreamboat Contest is back. Win this Steigercraft center console powered by Yamaha along with these other great prizes. Fish hard and weigh in as many of these species to be top on the leaderboard. What's the catch? You must be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine. All it takes is one fish on the board to win a great prize, so however you fish, you have a shot. For all the details and official rules, visit thefisherman.com.
Please be sure to read all the rules and fill out your entry forms completely on all the Fisherman magazine contests. Now let's get into the details on my quantum trip. So the past few days I've been in Jensen Beach, Florida at Fish Camp, hosted by the Quantum Fishing team. Saw a lot of new product down there. Some rods and reels are gonna be coming to you guys in the near future, fall and winter of 25. Some really cool stuff I got to get my hands on, fish with, very impressed with it. Got down there fishing for 2 days. First day we fished some inshore fishing, got into some big snook. My cruiser from the Fisherman magazine had a great snook. I had a few myself. We're using all live bait, live pilchards. Also had a big jack that day. My first jack actually, huge fish, great fighting fish. If you get a chance to get down there, definitely target these fish. They're a ball to target. Second day, went offshore, did some sail fishing. The weather conditions were definitely very subpar. Monsoon rains at one point, extreme winds, maybe up to even almost 40 miles an hour at one point being offshore. We got it done though. Got a few sails up to the boat, let them go. Had a few albacore tuna as well. Kingfish broke us off, but the sails were the highlight of the day. Leadered 2 of them, sent them on their way. Really nice fish. We estimated one to be at least 75, 80 pounds. Beautiful sailfish. Once again, thank you to the Quantum team for getting the Fisherman magazine down there. We were very happy to be a part of the event. Had a lot of fun. We're looking forward to you guys' next event. But all you watching this video, keep an eye out for more Fisherman Quantum content coming out. Again, they got some surf rods, some inshore combos, some new spinning reels coming out as well, some really cool stuff. Stay tuned for all that. Your Around the Map segment is brought to you by Marine Mate in Lindenhurst. Let's get into it. We're going to start out on the west end of the island for this week's reports. Starting off, Jesse Dalton of Lindenhurst. He had this 35-inch personal best bluefish caught on a bucktail. It was actually a fluke rig. He was fluking, and he caught this personal best near Jones Inlet. Nice job, Jesse, on the personal best. Tim Vess, he sent in this fluke picture from Reynolds Channel. That was northwest Long Beach area. It was off the Starstream actually, in Freeport. The fish was 20 inches at 3.5 pounds. Moving on to the South Shore, Kevin Connie, he had a 6-pound Tide Runner weakfish from the shore in the OBI area. Really nice shot, Kevin. It's on a 3/4 ounce bucktail. Then Alex, he got his first striper of the year, caught this 44-incher in the South Shore surf, that is, even better, early in the morning last week. Tyler, he also had a 30-inch striper using a live spot last week in Mauritius Inlet. It's heating up over there. I was fishing over there last week myself. It was his first striper caught in the boat as well. Nice job, Tyler. Moving on to the east end of the island, Kevin and his son Andrew, they put a smackdown on the bass in Peconic Bay. That's a father-son duo for you. Photo courtesy of Tight Lines Tackle in Southampton. Moving on to the North Shore, Dylan Davis, he caught this 21.5-inch fluke on his boat out of Long Island Sound area in the Northport, Huntington part of the Sound. Ryan Clay got 2 notable fish last week, caught on the North Shore, central that is, area. First fish was 39 inches, and the second one was 50 inches. Really nice fish, Ryan. The smaller one was caught on a mojo, and the bigger one was caught on a top water. KCK, she was fishing Smithtown Bay, 4 pounds, 13 ounce fluke last week on a gulp grub. No teaser, she said, and it was her personal best on the turtle time. That is her boat. And if you do have a notable catch, email me at mbroderick@thefisherman.com. I will try and get it into the weekly video fishing forecast for the magazine.
For more than 20 years, anglers everywhere have come to know one thing, that nothing says no to fish bites.
Rich Von Ohlen gives us a weather and fishing report brought to you by Premium Bucktails. Rich.
Hey, thanks, Matt. We'll check that weekend forecast. You can always check your favorite apps, weather tools, weather sites, whatever you got. This is a general heads-up, general overview on the upcoming weekend. So I was out fishing quite a bit the last week with the better weather, better conditions. Still a bit on the cool side, but had a nice cocktail blue blitz in the back bays. And I actually used the fly rod this day to get fish on the fly rod, about 3-pound cocktail blues. That was a lot of fun. Got out Monday and Tuesday, and the fluke bite picked up a little bit after that windy weekend. And my buddy Billy had a 6.5-pound bay fluke back there. The gulps, the spearing, and the fluke strips now starting to work a little bit better. I found that the green, the chartreuse, was working a little bit better, although I had one here on a pink shine. Try everything. Again, the fish are there. You got to work for them. They get picky at times. Water temps still a little bit on the chilly side, starting to come up, upper 50s to low to mid 60s now. Hopefully that trend continues going into the weekend. By the way, the ocean was quiet. Some bunker, but not a lot. And starting to get a few fish on the trawl, a few big bass out there, but it's been kind of a slow go so far. Friday looks okay, west-southwest. It's going to be fishable, but not perfect. And then Saturday, Sunday, probably a cloudy weekend. I don't think it's a ton of rain. That little coastal tropical low to the south may drift north and kind of make our weather not perfect for the weekend. But the wind doesn't look bad. The waves in the ocean don't look bad. I want to try to get out there, do some bassing, try to get out there and maybe check the ocean, just check the buoys and see what's going on there because, again, things could change a bit with the wave coming up the coast there. Saturday temps, though, and Sunday are going to be cooler, though. You want the the gear, maybe the sweatshirt back again, 60s, lower 70s, not like what we had this past week. One of my go-to apps and sites is the Wind Guru. You can see Friday, a little colors on there, west-southwest. It's not terrible. It's fishable. Maybe a better bay day. The ocean's fine Saturday, Sunday, everywhere. Just maybe a little bit of rain. You can see some of the numbers on the bottom there with that low coming up. So just have the rain gear ready. But it's not terrible. Friday, a little west-southwest, a little bit of fog, a little bit of drizzle perhaps. Saturday, Sunday, again, the wind's not bad. Just could be a little bit of showers and some fog, a little bit of rain, depending on the track of that little low to the south. Weather Express, check it out on Facebook and YouTube. I update that. And you can always check your sites as we get into the weekend, as we get closer on this tricky forecast. But overall, if you do get out, have a great weekend. Catch them up. Be safe as always. Matt, back to you.
Next up, we have Captain Timothy O'Rourke from Montauk. Tim.
Well, greetings everybody from Montauk. It's been a really good week out here. The weather's starting to cooperate. Everything seems to be coming together. Big story, striped bass fishing is still incredible. We're still catching really large fish up in the rips. The bluefish have showed up, so there's a lot of bluefish around, various sizes, from big gators to little small couple pounders, which are now becoming very desirable tuna bait since the tuna have started to show up. So we're starting to see some tuna pretty close inshore, within 10-15 miles. A couple guys are trying to get some giants and some other of that. Keep in mind they did change the catch limits for bluefin tuna for the recreational. Fluke fishing is starting to pick up. Still guys talking about a lot of shorts, but then getting some keepers. And porgy fishing still going good up in the bay. So you have a lot of options here coming up. So weather this weekend's looking good. Things should continue to get better as we get more bait in the area, and the striped bass fishing is definitely going to increase here as the moon comes up next week. So that's pretty much the report for this week, guys. See you out there and have a good time.
At the edge of Long Island, where the ocean meets tradition, Montauk Anglers Club can be your boat's home and your gateway to legendary fishing. Whether you're a pro or just casting your first line, this is where memories are made. Join Montauk Anglers Club, where the catch of the day is just the beginning. Or go to montaukanglersclub.com for more information.
From Sag Harbor, Will and Andy.
Report this week out of Sag Harbor, guys. Striped bass fishing is still phenomenal. We have great fish locally, and then as you work your way out east, it's getting better and better. Slop fish, We're getting some really big overslot fish, guys, which is super exciting on everything from diamond jigs and the Montauk rips to poppers and bucktails and everything in between.
Thanks, Will and Matt. So as Will was saying in around Sag Harbor, guys, in addition to that really good striped bass bite, also bluefish have been very strong. Weakfish have been great. Really been getting some nice size ones, guys, in 5-6 pounds, even 7. Also, fluking has been a little bit spotty, but starting to get better as that water heats up, both on artificials and on squid and spearing on bait as well. And porgy bite has continued to be strong in and around Jessup's Neck and the whole area in Noyak Bay. So really hoping that continues, guys, and we're looking forward to the season heating up, the water getting warmer, and summer kicking into full gear. So back to you, Matt.
Mike Dean from Shinnecock area.
Thanks, Matt. Hey, everyone. Fishing's still going good. A couple of strange days with the bass. Was out yesterday with a buddy, and miles of bunker. There were some adult bunker, but for the most part, they were the smaller kind of candy size. So we got pretty excited when we started to see some really legit marks on the bottom. Even had a couple of nice sized fish. Water was really was gorgeous, nice and clear. Had 2 nice sized fish follow one of the snag bunker in before we could get it on a circle hook, and they turned away. And there were a number of boats out. Most people running into the same thing. Did see 1 or 2 catches, but nothing for what it seemed like it could have been. My buddy was back out there today, kind of a replay of yesterday. So we'll see. Coming up on that full moon, it should be pretty good out here. On Friday, even though all weekend it was windy last Friday, before the fog rolled in, there's some nice fish. You can see here a buddy of mine got into them. And, so I think there's still a lot of really good bass fishing ahead of us. The fluke bite back in the bay has been pretty good. Don't even need a boat for it. 3/4 ounce jig head with a gulp, and then a single hook on top of that with a piece of gulp. And there've been a number of keepers caught, both by boat and shore, and kind of all throughout Moriches and also in Shinnecock. So have that going on. Hoping maybe with all this bunker around, maybe we see some tuna in close. Never know. So that's exciting. And most exciting is the Manhattan Cup happening on Friday. If you want, you can go to manhattancup.com. We have a bunch of the auction items are up there. You can bid on them now. If you have any trouble, or there's also a number of things on there that we have for auction that aren't necessarily on the site. We have a Vikings football signed by the entire team, compliments of Will Fries. Will also donated a jersey and signed that. So if you're having any difficulty with the site, you want to hear, we have a whole bunch of charters. Savio Mizzi in Montauk, Tim O'Rourke, Adam Frank in Long Beach with Legacy Charters. A lot of good trips, a lot of good stuff. So just reach out to me if you're interested in that. Once the auction starts, we can handle it over the phone on bidding, and it's going to be great. So anyone coming, looking forward to see you. Thank you to the Fisherman for your support. It's wouldn't be possible without you guys. So, all right, back to you, Matt. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Mark McCowan checks in from the Cow Harbor area.
Oh boy, what a fantastic day to bring you the report. I just came off the water with my son Phil. You know, I'm the bearded guy who fishes all the reels. And guess what? He brought Reed, his 4-year-old son, my grandson. He came out on the boat for the first time, and we took him fluke fishing. We kept it shallow, and it was lock and load. Unbelievable fluke, nonstop action, 3.5 hours. And it was just an absolutely beautiful day out. We're taking advantage of these memories. Oh my gosh, the amount of pictures and the laughs was amazing. It was just, he was grabbing our reel and grabbing the rods. He was, Grandpa, as soon as I hook a fish, then he wants his dad's, he wants his own. It was just so exciting to watch these young kids just learn a sport and have so much like happiness about it. It's what fishing's all about. It's why friends get together and they hit the surf, hit the boat. It's why party boats stay in business, because people go out, support those charter boats too. We have a lot of talented charter guys. You'll see on our reports featuring some of their customers and themselves with beautiful fish. You know, again, reports are not all about like how great I am. It's about how great you are. And that's just amazing. We have weakfish. The bluefish showed up. The bass fishing, as you know, is unbelievable. The fluke fishing is just unbelievable. There's going to be keepers in the mix, but you're not going to be bored sitting there doing nothing. There's porgies out there. Sea bass are being caught, but they're being thrown back the weak fish, holy cow. And mackerel, I haven't seen the mackerel around, but who knows, maybe they'll show up again. They were here early. Remember last year, we had a great run of Spanish mackerel as well as tinker mackerel. The bait, the fish, the predatory fish on the bait is just stacked. It's a great time to get out there. And remember, with these terrible weather, we've had such a wet spring. It's keeping people from getting out on the boats. Surf casters are having a fantastic time. But when we have like a break in the weather, we can blast out on the boats locally. You're hitting a Triangle, 15, going to Oyster Bay. The river over by Nessequag has been paved with Fluke. It's a lot of fun. You know, those bluefish are probably going to be hanging out around Crane's Neck. The bass are just, you know, all the way over 28C to 15, like I mentioned, right through the bottom and top of the triangle. There's so many options. Top water, trolling. The chunking bite is unbelievable. Worms. It's just so many varieties. We sell live killies at the shop. People are catching some really beautiful fluke on these live killies. And it's wonderful when they bring them in. You know, thank you very much for listening and sharing a wonderful memory with me. I'm sharing with you with my grandson fishing on the boat for the first time. It's just, it's wonderful. Brings tears to your eyes. I hope you have those kind of experiences as well. And until next week, I bid you all peace and tight lines.
We have Vince from All Pro Baits and Tackle.
Hey, Matt. The report at the All Pro shop regarding fishing is, Menza. You're going to have to find those fish. They're not jumping in the boat. Fluke fishing, hot and cold. They're still in the state channels, but you got to work it. The water temperature, I have to believe, is going up this week, so we might see a better bite towards the end of the week going into the weekend. Striped bass, they're getting them where they're using spot. I've probably sold more spot this past week than I did the last couple of weeks. So, they're using spot. In the ocean, again, I don't hear of a super bite. Flutter spoons are working. If you can find the bunker, I'm sure the bunker's working. Weak fish bite. There is a weak fish bite. We now brought on some sandworms. That might be a good angle to try to get onto some weak fish. We also have the spot that the weak fish are on. But it's not outstanding. It's not great. But with that in mind, we are getting warmer. The summer is coming, and the Duke of Fluke is June 29th. Entries are now open. It's a great tournament. It's great for this year for so many reasons. First, the Duke of Fluke itself is just a really great family fun, affordable tournament. You get a really super nice windbreaker. You get a nice hat. We got catered food, live bands, DJ at the weigh-in. It's a party. It's a good time. We have a kayak division. Kayakers haven't had a local tournament for quite some time around here, so we created a kayak division so kayakers can participate and compete against kayakers. They don't have to compete against the boaters. This year, for the first time in quite some time, we actually created a charter captain division as well. We didn't want the professional fishermen to compete against the weekend warriors. Not quite that fair. So we opened up a division where it's basically the battle of the boats, the captains versus the captains, right? So they get their crews together, they can compete, they can have a fun time, come down to the weigh-in. It was a blast last year. It's getting even bigger this year. This is Captain V from All Pro. Back to you.
With the Fly and Freshwater Report, we do have Paul McCain from River Bay Outfitters.
Hello, Matt. Well, this has been a crazy week with all the rain we had. I'm up here on the Delaware. I came up here to fish for a couple of old friends I haven't fished with for 15, 20 years. Unfortunately, last week they had an incredible amount of rain up here. Everything was blown out when we first got here. The Delaware's high. They kept all the beaver kill, the will, they're all high. That was the bad news. The good news is it's actually dropping now. So the beaver kill today, tomorrow should be very fishable levels. Same with the willow. The Delaware, well, it's dam controlled, but there's a lot of water coming over the top. Hopefully that will drop too. hopefully. The good news is, well, I saw green drakes. The coffin flies are out in the evening, and also March browns, a lot of March browns. 1 or 2 sulfurs. I didn't see too many of them. But this is early early June, so this is where everything picks up. I wanted to come out here, and I did very little fishing, but I did want to come out because I want to try my new Hardy ultralight spay trout spay. It's a 3-weight. I do like casting it. It really is nice. I'm fishing a single tip because got to get it down. Did have fish. They're like that. I did have a couple of small fish, but I didn't have much time. I really was helping the guys out, showing them where to go. They're up here for the week. I just wanted to make sure they have a good time, so I spent most of my time. Now, as far as on Long Island, well, I got a call from Bluefish Joe. You got to be there at the right time, and he did see fish being caught, but he said it hasn't been gangbusters. But there again, it's all about the tides. You got to be there at the right tide. I did hear on the new moon we had sandworms. So get out there, dusk, fish there into the early dark, early morning at false dawn for these little. It's incredible hatchery, a lot of fun to catch them, but difficult because there are billions of these little things. As far as the freshwater on the South Shore, it's actually been pretty good. As far as the Connecticut has been doing pretty good. I've been hearing very good. Even though we had rain, it did come up, but it's spring fed, so it's really controlled. Ponds fishing well. Best thing to do is get out there while you can. Don't stay inside. Call the shop if you like at 516-415-7748. I'll give you all the skinny on where to go. Talk to you soon. Tie lines, everybody.
From Huntington, Captain Gaige.
Thanks, Matt. What's up, everybody? Captain Gaige here reporting to you from Huntington Harbor, where I fish 7 days a week for SandCityCharter.com. Last week, somebody reached out to me on social media and brought to my attention that there was a write-up about our tournament having an after-party at a restaurant in Lindenhurst, and I just want to clarify that is not true. That is not happening. We are going to be having a captain's meeting in the Northport area, and we will have some sort of ceremony after the tournament, but it will be here in Huntington. We're doing everything in the Huntington Northport area, including the shotgun start on Sunday, June 22nd. You could head over to stripedbassinvitational.com to find out more. Guys, the fishing in my area has been lights out, and it's only getting better. The fish are getting bigger, and guess what happened this week? The yellow-eyed demons made a total invasion. They're here in the bay. We were lucky enough to get out there with Manny, who I talk about from the West all the time in my podcast. He made his way here on Monday morning onto the boat. I told him we're leaving at 5:30, and by 6 we'll have a fish on. Well, by 6 a.m., the birds were working, and the blues were jumping out of the water, and it was really cool to see. I'll show it to you here in the video. If the GoPro captured it, I didn't even see. I know we were aiming at it and trying to capture it, but let's see if we got it. If not, we got out after that, and we got on some really nice 39-inch bass, beautiful fish. We tagged them and let them go. They were absolutely gorgeous fish. You'll see them here in the photographs. But if you guys are looking to get out there right now, the bait is here, the blues are here. You got butterfish, you got all kinds of stuff happening. The birds, there's so much life out there when you get out there. If you want to go catch a fish, now is the time to book a charter. Head over to SandCityCharter.com. We have availability. We will get you out tomorrow or the next day. We can do it. And, I mean, obviously we have dates that were booked. But if you want to get out in a hurry and get on these fish, let us know. We'll be happy to do so. Wishing everybody bent rods, tight lines, and I'll see you out on the water. Back to you, Matt.
From Tyalurs Tackle up in Rye, we have Nuno Decosta.
Fishing has drastically improved with the weather. Finally got a nice break of weather, as the weather has been pretty lousy. A lot more bluefish in the area, top water, chunking, and jigging, all working. The bass fishing remains hot, hot, hot. The biomass here has been incredible. A lot of bait in the water, from squid to shrimp to bunker to herring, mackerel. So hopefully we'll hold these fish for quite some time. As far as the striped bass, you get your hands on live bait. It's been king. The live bunker chunking has been phenomenal. The guys trolling, you know the numbers you're putting in. You're doing some serious numbers. Guys are trolling. Has been red hot on the umbrellas. White especially this week for whatever reason. And the mojo's still killing it and stuff, guys. So And as far as action with top water, it exists. You just got to find them when they come up. A lot of times it's on slack tide where they're popping up. So a lot of guys don't like to fish the slack tide, but we're getting them to come up on a slack tide and whack the bunker around. And that's when your poppers and your pencils and your spooks. Spooks have been red hot, guys. This is one of our custom jokers from Mad Mantis. The spooks have been red hot, especially when they're lazily chasing the bunker, not big wild blitzes and stuff. You know, the spooks have been red hot. You know, the bar breaker from Go Deep has also been another red hot surface lure and stuff. So, especially when the bluefish are around, guys. So, fluking has improved a little bit. Still nothing crazy. Porgies to the east, you know, if you're going to chum them up, you're going to do a lot better and stuff, guys. Sea bass doesn't open up for a few weeks here in New York. It's open in Connecticut with some mixed bag catches up there and stuff. So, guys, we're open every day, 7 to 7. On another take, don't forget, striped bass is on the chopping block for July with the greatest biomass we've seen in a long time here in the Western Sound. They're still trying to take it away. Contact your representatives. Contact the ASMFC. NOAA, everybody involved, they are trying to take it away, guys. Get active. Find out what's going on. Don't wait till it's too late. They always want to do that comment period at the very last minute, so you have very little time to comment. Don't waste your time. Get on that phone now.
Next up, we have Rob Greco from the Long Island Outdoorsman in Rockville Center.
Hello, Fisherman readers. This is Robert from Long Island Outdoorsman giving you this week's fishing report, starting with the Fluke. Water temperatures went from 58 last week to 62 this week, so we're hoping that with the warmer temperatures that things will start picking up, because it has been a little on the slow side. However, there has been some quality fish around to be caught if you're able to stick it out and bounce around and find the fish. Rob Sr., my father, he was out a couple days ago, had a 23-inch, had a 19.5 yesterday, so there are keepers in the bay. As far as the striped bass report goes, Jordan Chelius, good customer of ours, friend of ours, was out by Capt, had some stripers. And as far as the freshwater report goes, I was out fishing Lake Ronkonkoma on Friday night, had 3 walleye and a bass. And then going back to the stripers again, some guys are complaining that there's not a lot of bunker, there's not a lot of fish on the ocean front. It has been a little tough. You know, it seems to be like it's either Montauk or Jersey right now, you know, for that big biomass of fish. So it has been a little tough, but if you stay inside the bay, fish the marsh banks, dock lines, bridges, stuff like that, you have a good opportunity to get in some bass locally. So thank you, back to you.
Next up, we have the latest cover boy to Fisherman magazine, Raul Ortiz. What do you got for us?
Hey guys, Raul Ortiz here, the Urban Angler, with my report. Well, fishing continues to be good all around New York. On the Hudson River, you still can catch fish from schoolie size up to 30 plus pounds. A lot of fish have moved on and made their way to New England. On the Long Island Sound, anywhere in the 5 boroughs or South Shore beaches of Long Island, you can still catch stripers and bluefish. You can catch stripers from schoolie size all the way up to 30 pounds. I did go out yesterday. It was a very unsuccessful day. I fished about 3 different locations and only managed to hook up with skates and dogfish. Some small snappers around, you know, cocktail-sized blues, but nothing crazy. Prior to that, I did go out and then run into some stripers. Nothing crazy either. Just you know, some schoolies up to maybe 32 inches. But besides that, you know, I wish I could have got out a bit more. But I'm hoping with the next moon phase, things get better. As the last, you know, like I said, my last outing was pretty rough. Couldn't find no fish, but as what I'm hearing is that, you know, many other people as well have been having a difficult time catching some fish this week. But that should change hopefully with the next moon phase. On the lower front, you know, the Joe Bags waters are still working, guys. SP minnows, bucktails, super strike plugs, all working, a variety of plastics. On the bait scene, you know, I would recommend bunker right now and eels Anything else, I don't know if they're gonna want that, but that would get you on a big fish right now at this time of the year. Anyway, that's all I got, guys. Not much with this report this week. Hopefully on the next one it'll be better. But this time now to be out on the water, guys. The clock is ticking. Now, pretty much grinding to find fish right now. We got a few weeks left and they're going to be gone, guys. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to Rachel from upstate New York, my buddy Brandon, Raul, and Scott. Thank you for your pictures and reports. Appreciate it. Keep up the hard work. And everyone else, get out there, guys. It's time. It's time to be out on the water. Tight lines to all. And back to you, Matt.
From up on the West End, Ryan, Charleston.
Thanks, Matt. Hey guys, Ryan here with your Western Long Island surf fishing report. Bass fishing slowed down this week as we were in between moons. I didn't get too many good windows to fish this week, but when I got out, the stripers just weren't feeding. As expected, the blues picked up the slack and have been hitting pretty much anything you throw at them. They're being caught anywhere from cocktail size to 10 plus pounds. I know fluke and weakfish have been responding well to tipped bucktails in the bays around the bridges and the piers. I am hoping to sneak out and stick my first of the season this next week. There is a healthy mix of bait in our water right now, guys. Lots of spearing, sand eels, and bunker around, which is fueling the end of this spring run. I do anticipate the bite to fire back up this week with the full moon set for Wednesday and a good stretch of southerly winds forecasted. Best of luck to everybody out there this week. Tight lines, and I will catch you guys next week. Back to you, Matt.
From the Western Sound, we have Andre Montgomery.
Thanks, Matt. Captain Andre, Western Long Island Sound. The fish have scattered all over the place. 32A, and the fish was jumping in the boat over there. Also, some sea bass was jumping in there too. But now, it's hard. 7 party boats was there Saturday. Within an hour, 7 party boats scattered. They went all over the place. The Fluke has picked up. I can give you that. In Bayville, Fluke are good. Over by Peacock, Fluke are good. Over by Prospect, the Fluke are good. So we're doing really good with Fluke. The bass are finicky. You're catching the bass maybe in the wee hours in the morning, 5:30, and then they shut down by 6, 7. So you have to get that window over by Hewlett's Point and Stepping Stones. You got to get in that window, in that slot where the fish are going to be there. And there's not a lot of big fish. Usually at this time, we usually get the cows coming through. But right now, we're getting just slot-sized fish. Then we're coming around the Thrice Neck Bridge. By the Thrice Neck, we're getting a lot of sea robins. There's sea robins all over the place right now. But we're catching some fluke over there too by the Thrice Neck Bridge. But me personally, we're doing good with bluefish. We're doing good with striped bass. We're doing good with porgies. And I'm gonna tell you this: the worm bite is the best bite. Not clam, not squid, not mussels. The worm is the best bite with these porgies. Back to you, man.
From Breezy Point, Captain Cal.
What is going on in our neck of the woods this week? We still have striped bass and bluefishing around. And speaking of, we have some members that just got back from a trip. And this is the type of sizes you can see. So a little above a cocktail size. Not exactly a gator, but great for the table. And if you can see, you definitely want to bleed your bluefish as soon as you catch them. There's some tricks to cooking them. Some people, it may not be their favorite fish, but they're certainly edible and they're certainly great if you make them the right way. So you can soak the fillets in some milk. That'll help out with the oil. And because it's Jamaica Bay and it's we're approaching the summer months and the hotter weather's here, we really have a mixed bag of variety. And we even got some shark for the table. So all of this is great table fare. It just depends how you make it. And we got fluke, guys. So right now the fluking is building up and it's getting hotter and hotter. The bait is filling in the bays, the back bays that is, and the stripers and the bluefish may or may be on the move. So you still have some in the bay, you still have some coming in the outside, but that's what's going on in our neck of the woods. And get out there, do some fishing and tight lines.
Mike Sentry checks in from Staten Island.
Thanks, Tim and Matt. Hope all is well. Well, guys, Mike Sentry here from Anglers of Legend Sport Fishing Boatworks. Well, striped bass is literally on fire. I've been hitting some of my honey hole spots and it has been absolutely productive. We're catching bass up to 46 of them within 2.5 hours range, all jigging. Some of the jigs are 8 to 10 ounce in deep water, fast current. And let me tell you, there's some really big bluefish out here. Today I lost 6 exotic, expensive jigs. The bluefish, one of the biggest bluefish I have seen, this one was about 45, 46 inches. Lost it right at the boat side. Ended up chopping away at the 40-pound test fluorocarbon. But man, some really big bluefish. And I hate using leader because it kills the bass bite. But the most productive bass bite color, believe it or not, deep water, 44 feet, 50 feet. I'm using blue and green metal jigs. They tend to produce the most bass. With that said, out on the ocean side, there's some really big stripers being caught out there also. The Chuck Tillman Manny style, live eels, bump trolling basically. He uses bobbers, sometimes he uses planer boards. 3-way swivel, pretty much with a 8-ounce bank sinker will get the job done. Just make sure you put enough leader material in your circle hook. With that said, got the Manhattan Cup on Friday. Can't wait to do that. Got fly rodders and regular conventional anglers on board. What else? Bluefin tuna. Well, as you know, NOAA reduction of 47 to 73. Nobody could target them or even catch them. So that's going to be very important for the stock. Fluking has been actually pretty freaking good in Jersey, right off the coast, right off the shore. A lot of guys are putting in some doormats. They're using these little minnows, white, and it has a spinner at the back. I don't know which brand it is, but some of these guys are doing exceptionally well. I mean, limited out within a few minutes. With that said, yellowfin tuna, offshore grounds. Guys are going out 130 miles, 150 miles one-way trip, chasing that big warm water eddy that's off the coast, off the Toms Canyon. Too far of a ride just to go out there for yellowfin, honestly. I mean, it's just way too far. For me, bigger boats, knock yourself out.
And keep in mind, the Fisherman magazine does have an apparel store. We have hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, t-shirts, all online now, and free shipping with orders over $100. It is a perfect gift for Dad on Father's Day. Visit thefisherman.com/shop or click on the card in the upper right. There you have it, folks. That's your fishing report for the week. Manhattan Cup takes place tomorrow. We will have the results of the Manhattan Cup, all the highlights, next week's video. We're going to get that in there, so tune in if you're interested in that. Be sure to stop down here at Bayshore Fish and Hunt in Bayshore. All your tackle needs, they have them right here. And if you are hungry before you go out on the water, they have a great food truck right on the side of the building over here. They have breakfast, lunch, sandwiches, burgers, anything you want. Stop down, see them, grab some bait, some tackle, get some food, get yourself out on the water. We'll see you next week.